Good evening, everybody. Again, another quick look at a video, a quick look at a ship here. Today will be the 8th of May, and you may be forgiven for thinking, hang on, that front profile looks very familiar. In fact, actually, that profile looks a little bit familiar up until about this point here. And then if we were to just look here, that looks very familiar. Ignoring, obviously, what's up here in the top corner. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Nelski. Or the Nelsissimo, as some people have called it because of this rear deck section. This is the Lenin. As you can see, it is a Tier 8 premium Russian battleship. She has the stiff upper lip, as you should call it, as I would call it, on the armour. 100mm armour belt across the bow, 32mm thick bow plating, a very thick citadel armour belt of 350mm there, and 150mm belt above. Very, very thin 50mm armour there, though. She has three turrets in an ABC fashion. The middle one is super firing and can rotate 360 degrees. Surprisingly, or unsurprisingly, the guns are 406mm, which means they are 16 inches. And yes, they do have a 41% chance of fire. This is the way I feel about this ship is this is what happens if you were to put a Nelson at Tier 8 and give her a bit of a kick in the pants. She has a very, very competent secondary setup. 6 double-barreled 100mm, 4 quad-barreled 152mm. The only small problem is, well, the guns aren't exactly in the best positions, are they? Because there are our 4 152mm waist mounts, and here are our 6 100mm aft mounts. So in short, your secondaries are great if you're running away like that, and only partially great if you're facing someone and firing the guns. Remembering, of course, to get the third gun in action, you need to display an alarming amount of side of the ship, which does mean that if they hit this upper structure here, they are going to penetrate and do a lot of damage. The chance of them sitting them citadel in you is fairly low, but it is possible. The citadel, although it's well armoured, it is possible on this ship. The same problem you get with the Nelson. But unlike the Nelson, it's got this bow armour. You might say, well, it's Russian, can't really compare it to a Nelson TC. I can, I am, and I will. It's plain and simple. I think I've stuck some modules on this. Let's have a quick look to give you my idea of how I would set her up. So I always run fighters unless I have to run the spotter. We've got a good heel, not the Nelson super heel, but a reasonable one. And she has the same damage control party set up as the Russian battleships do, where basically you don't get unlimited calls, but you do get one that lasts reasonably long, reloads really quickly though as well. That is a big weakness of the Russian battleships. If you engage a Russian battleship, feel free to switch to your high explosives and burn it down. Nothing will infuriate a Russian BB player quicker than spamming HE at them, because they will have to use the repair, they'll have to use the heal, and yes, they can prolong the engagement by balancing those as they reload one and reload the other, but they only get limited shots of them. Eventually they're going to run out and there's nothing they can do to stop the fires and damage them. I appear to have not counted any modules on this, but my suggestion would be main armor mod 1 or the premium repair pack. Probably damage control again. Again on there. I would look at main aiming system mod 1. Sounds daft, but it gives a little bit of everything to your secondaries, to your dispersion on your main and secondary batteries and things like that. Next option, damage control again, I think is going to be vital for this ship. especially with a limited number of repairs. And then concealment. That would be my go-to setup, I think, for this. The captain, I would probably set up as if I'm running in my Russian battleship. So my captain is probably going to be preventative maintenance, a jack of all trades, the basic survivability, the fire prevention, superintendent. If I can fit it, demo expert, and maybe AR. Not too sure on that. We'll have to check it out. I need to equip him anyway, so we might as well do it, and we'll see if it fits. So let's run through that. And see if we can fit everything on that we need to. So we actually have 4 points left over. Could go advanced. We do want to put demo on there. I think I want to put demo on there though. Kind of makes them into fire monsters, but why not? And then just when you get the opportunity, I think we'll put expert loader on, so we can switch the shells quicker in close quarters. That's, I think, how I want to set my Russian battleship captain up, to give it that kind of survivability, but with a bit of added bump to her. We'll equip some modules on it, and I'll probably play a few games this weekend. So feel free to pop along and check that out. She is a work in progress. She is a final ship, so you will get to. So she is going to be final out there. You are going to be able to get her as of today, I believe, unless that changes. So yeah, there you go. That's my very quick look at the Lenin, or I think, as we should call her now, the Nelski. She is going to be interesting to play. If you like the Nelson and you like that style of gameplay, she's going to be you. If you like the British battleships, again, I think she's going to suit you. But just remember, you have to manage your damage control, and you have to manage your heal. Otherwise, you are going to be left in a bit of a pickle. Anyway, please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And in the meantime, remember to check out the Twitch channel. And remember to follow on Twitter. Have a great time. I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Good night.